what's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your sister from another Mr. ThickChickVlogs, and yes, we are back in this piece for another tea time talk or whatever you want to call it, girl. It really don't even much matter, okay? But we're gonna be discussing some current events, okay? If I start looking like I'm a little paralyzed on this side of my face, it's because I have a little bit of a toothache, okay? Because y'all, first, y'all know I have to go into my rabbit holes. I guess I'm gonna go into this rabbit hole at the beginning of this video. Okay, I was having a toothache on one of my top teeth, all the way in the back, family. Literally, it's right in front of my the molar that I had removed. Right in front of the molar that I had removed, I had this tooth that was giving me trouble. Okay, went to the dentist. Okay, the guy looked at it. He was like, "Oh, you have a little crack in it." He was like, "Well, let me fill it," but he had to remove over half of the tooth to fill it with this resin, whatever the hell the stuff is that they fill it with, okay? But he goes to tell me, now this is how they get you and want more money and things, and my eyes itching like a motherfucker. But this is how they get you, okay, girl? This is how they get you. Get up in there. He was like, yeah, he was like, I had to fill it with all of this resin, etc., etc. He was like, but you have more resin than tooth, because, you know, it was, I had to get up in there pretty good. And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? He was like, okay, well, what it means is we're going to watch it for a little while. And I didn't go today or yesterday or anything like that. But he was like, we're going to have to watch it for a little while to see if it starts to hurt. And if it starts to hurt, we're going to have to do a root canal. Then I'm going to have to put a crown on. But I don't want to put the crown on it before I give you the root canal. I'm thinking to myself, Negro, the thing was always in the back of my fucking mouth. You could have pulled that motherfucker. So seriously, like, that's how they try to use up your little insurance and shit. I don't have I work for myself. So I have insurance. But at the same time, it's not that kind of insurance where, you know, when you work for a company and they paying all this. No, I get a certain amount of money that I can use per year for my dental and for my health. Girl, are you for cereal right now? So now this motherfucker is hurting like it ain't nobody's. Well, I take that back because I don't want to speak that shit up. Okay, I don't want to speak it up. But it's bothering me, okay? It's not like one of those, okay, I want to kill myself hurts, but it's an annoying hurt. And I'm hoping that it goes away because it comes and goes. It's not like really, really bad. I've been taking a couple of Motrin here and there, but I'm not no pain medication type of person. He gave me some, like, are they some lower tabs or some shit? I don't know what they are, but I don't take that. I don't indulge in that type of stuff. So if I can take just like a Motrin or something like that or an Advil and be fine, I'll do that. So I've been taking the Motrin and it's been helping. So hopefully this goes away and I just go and get me a crown. But I don't want to, see, that's the thing. I don't want to pay all that money for a freaking crown to go on this tooth when it's filled with more resin than tooth. It's back there, girl. It's all the way back there, okay? All the way back there. So you're not going to be able to see it. But I don't want to pay for a crown to cover that tooth and then it starts hurting and then you're going to still have to do a root canal. It's stupid. But that's how they get more money out your girl. But it is what it is. Y'all, I know I said 2016 gonna be my bitch, and it is, okay, girl. Like I said, I've been working on a whole lot of things, and some of you already know. In case you don't know, I'm gonna go ahead and announce it for the world, okay? I have my work at home website. Well, it's kind of like a blog where I post legitimate work at home jobs daily on that blog. Because a lot of times on my Facebook fan page, I do share jobs over there, but it's much easier because let me tell you the thing about Facebook and when you have a blog. The thing with Facebook, if you clutter people's timelines like every hour and an hour posting job leads, people will unfollow your fan page. That's what I have noticed. So what I did, like I said, I've had this website over a year. I just haven't said anything about it because I haven't really been doing anything with it. But I've been paying this damn fee every year. When they took this last little bit of money out of my damn account, I was like, no, you are about to do what the fuck you need to do with this website, okay? So I do have a website. So if you're one of those people who always ask me about legitimate work at home job leads and things like that, I will leave the link to that website down in my description box down below. It's 100% free. It's not no charge or no shit like that. None of that type of stuff, okay? But every single day, okay, I will post a list of legitimate work at home jobs, things. Now, I do want to make this perfectly clear for those of you who may or may not know. I will post a legitimate work at home job leads, but at the same time, you need to do your due diligence and do a little bit of research yourself, because some of the companies I research thoroughly and some of them, it may be like, oh, okay, you know, I might overlook something. So there are scams out there, but I try my best to post only legitimate work at home jobs on my website, okay? I've never had anybody come to me and say, okay, this was a scam. So just so you know, I don't post no none of that get rich quick schemes and none of that type of stuff, affiliate and all. I don't do all that type of stuff. So if you are one of those people who are interested in legitimate work at home jobs, be sure to check my site, bookmark it, go back to it every single day. I will have leads on there every day, and I do have to take a sip of my thing because my throat is itchy, girl. So I had to plug that in there. Zing! Now let's go ahead and get into the meat and potatoes of this here particular video, girl, after 6 minutes of me rambling. But again, y'all know how I do. Okay, first thing that we're going to talk about is this Future and Ciara bullshit and I shout out to a Lil Scrappy, okay? Of course, Future is going on his whole little social media, Twitter rants and Instagram rants and things like that again about Ciara, talking about how Ciara's not letting him see baby Future. He's having to go through lawyers in order to see baby Future, okay? And of course, Ciara has been quiet this entire time. She has not said anything. As a matter of fact, I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before or today. I don't really exactly remember. But I know Ciara posted some photos on her Twitter page, or was it Instagram? Girl, I be getting them too confused. But anyway, she posted some photos on her social media of her and Russell Wilson visiting sick kids in the hospital, saying that, you know, hope that they get well. She just totally ignoring this fool. And let me tell you a little bit of something that I don't like about this whole situation. Now, I can't sit there and pick sides and say, okay, Future full of shit, Ciara need to let him see his, but I can't pick sides either way because I'm not in their situation. But what I can say is, Future, to you, it don't make you look good getting on social media, blasting Ciara, talking about she's not letting you see baby Future. If anything, if she really is doing this, you need to do what you need to do. Like you said, go through your lawyers to do what you need to do to see baby Future. We don't need to know that she's not letting you see Future. I mean, baby Future. Now, the thing about it is, I'm starting to believe the critics when they say that you doing all this stuff, trying to keep yourself in the limelight by blasting Ciara on social media because you want to keep yourself in the damn limelight and you want people to keep you relevant, as they say. Because ain't nobody really talking about your ass besides all this shit that's going on with Future. Going on with Ciara and Russell Wilson. I'm just confused as to why you felt the need that I guess, you know, by Ciara being a celebrity and, you know, you felt like, you know, you wanted all her fans and stuff to know, okay, I guess that's the reason why you do it. But I guess things like this don't need to be publicized. It's okay. And my eye, why you got an itch right now? Why? Okay, why you got an itch? And y'all see I call myself been wearing my little lashes, girl. I done mastered the craft of putting on lashes, kind of, sort of. And don't mind these old ratchet ass eyebrows, okay, girl? But I kind of mastered the craft of putting on these eyelashes. But this shit is itching like a mug right now, right on the damn line, bitch. Made me want to just rip that hoe out. But back to Future and Ciara. Like I said, it's almost to the point where I'm starting to believe that you want to stay in the limelight for real. Talking about this bitch got control problem. Number one, you call her a bitch. I know I be getting on here talking about bitch, but at the same time, Juice Man wouldn't dare in a million years call me no bitch. I mean, there's some shit that I say back and forth to my girls. Y'all know what I'm saying? To my girls. But I wouldn't just go around just randomly calling somebody a bitch and be like serious about it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like the situation with, remember on the Real Housewives of Atlanta with Portia and Cynthia, when Cynthia was, you know, feeling like Portia was actually calling her a bitch, even though they had been saying, calling each other bitches and shit on the boat all day. It's a different type of, I guess, what's the proper terms I'm trying to use? It's a different meaning when you saying, you know, bitch in a certain way, even though that ain't the way. I could tell that's not the way Portia meant it. But he's sitting there calling his baby mama a bitch live on social media. Are you for serial right now, Future? And you think this making you look good with a judge? Serially? And not just that. Let me tell you this, okay? Future, do you really think you getting on there? Do he be smoking tweeds and shit? Like I said, I don't follow the motherfucker. But from what I understand, he be on there smoking tweeds and all this old type of shit. Do you think that makes you look good for a judge? When you talking about you trying to see baby Future and all this shit, if anything, the judge gonna be like, you need to quit smoking, okay? If you want baby Future to be around you, you need to quit smoking. That's one of the reasons why you don't air shit out all on social fucking media, especially this whole smoking shit and calling her a bitch and all this type of shit. And basically he's saying that he pays her $15,000 per month and she's not letting him see the baby. Now, in his defense, if it is true, I think that it's wrong for Ciara to keep him away from baby Future. But again, there's always two sides to a story. And of course, by her being silent in the whole situation, I ain't gonna necessarily say that I believe. Like I said, I can't say I discredit him, but at the same time, I can't say I 100% believe every fucking thing he's saying. Because he's been bitching on social media ever since she's been with Russell Wilson, which is kind of peculiar to me, okay? And did y'all know that Ciara was 30 and Russell Wilson was 27? Look, and this ain't no shade to Russell Wilson, okay? Ciara, this ain't no shade to your boo. But bitch, I thought Russell Wilson was a lead by 40. Girl, I thought that man was, okay, I'm gonna tell you, I'm kind of reaching with the 40, but I thought he was at least 35, seriously. I didn't think he was no damn 27, so he younger than her? Are you for serial, okay? Now, if it's a lie that he ain't 27, that's what the hell this damn thing saying. It says Ciara 30 and Wilson 27 have been staying away from negativity these days. The couple, who started dating back in January, visited Seattle's Children's Hospital following Future's rant. So while he on Twitter, talking all this type of shit, calling her all kind of bitches and shit, talking about how she's not letting him see baby Future and how he paying this $15,000 a month. Her and Russell Wilson are out doing some worthwhile things by visiting sick children in the hospital. Okay, maybe you need to try that Future. And when you started, when I started speaking on Future and Ciara back in the back day, when all this stuff first started coming out, with him feeling some type of way about her being with Russell Wilson, etc., about Russell Wilson carrying him. I mean, look, Future, this is why I keep saying that I feel like you're a little salty about Ciara being with Russell Wilson. This is why I feel a little bit salty. It's because when you were dating Ciara, it wasn't no issue for Ciara to be damn cooking dinner and shit and toting and damn near babysitting your 5,000 children. That wasn't an issue. But now that she has a new boo, you don't want, I mean, that's the typical type of shit with a lot of dudes, excuse me. That's the typical shit with a lot of dudes, and I'm not trying to be funny. But that's a typical shit. You get a lot of them who feel like, if I can't help, I'm going to make a life miserable. You got a lot of people that really feel like that. If I can't be with her or if I can't be with him, I'm going to make their life miserable. You got a lot of baby mamas that do the same motherfucking shit. Sit there and make the new girl's life a living hell. Sit there and be calling them all times of night on with bullshit. Ain't nothing wrong with the baby. That you just calling, trying to pretend and shit. Baby needs some pamper. Baby need this. Baby don't need a damn thing. But you just trying to cause confusion in my current relationship. But you failing. Okay? You are failing. And Ciara is winning. You need to move on. But like I said, if it's really true, then of course I think that, you know, Ciara needs to, but of course I think it's more, even if she's not letting him see the baby, I think it's more to that story. Okay? Way more to that story if she's not letting him see baby Future, because I really don't think she would probably do that. I don't know them personally, but I'm just saying. So again, to Future, quit bitching on social fucking media. It's annoying, okay? It's annoying. It makes you look even more stupid when the person you're bitching at is ignoring you and posting pictures of her and her new boo doing worthwhile things with their lives. You look stupid. Let's move on. So bye. Not by Felicia, but by Future. Okay, moving on. Getting my motherfucking nerve. The next thing, congratulations are in order for Kandi and Ty. Bitch, when I saw them post that picture yesterday on Facebook, I was more excited than they were. For real. I don't know what it is about Kandi and Ty's relationship that I just absolutely love. I think they're a gorgeous, beautiful couple. Now, it is a couple of times when I be seeing Todd and shit, and he be looking a little uninterested in a lot of things. And I'm not saying one way or another that Todd didn't want no baby and all this type of shit, like a lot of these conspiracy theories. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying a lot of times, you know, when she was at doctor's appointments and different things like that, he seemed very uninterested. He was on the phone and shit like that. But I can tell from the sheer look on his face that he's very excited to be a father, especially having a little boy. And this is Kandi's second child, her first son. I just bet it's going to be one spoiled ass baby. Just saying, okay? Just saying. But then again, you have Kandi. Kandi has a lot of money, but Kandi is one of the most, to me, relatable people, especially on that show that has money, with the exception of course, you know, my girl Kim Fields. We not even finna go in on Kim Fields right now. Y'all not gonna keep going in on Kim Fields, okay, girl? Y'all not gonna keep roasting her on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Just saying. But shout out to Kandi and Ty on the birth of their son. I do not know their name. What is his name? I forgot. But shout out to Kandi and Ty because she did give birth on yesterday, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. Of course, she didn't show no pictures. I don't know if this is some type of celebrity code or something that you don't post photos of your children when they're first born. I don't know. Maybe they want to give first pics to maybe some magazine or some shit like that. I don't know. But of course, anytime a celebrity has a baby, they, you know, they want to sell the pictures or whatever they do. I don't think Kandi and Tyga are going to do that. But a lot of times you have when the celebrities have their children, they'll post a picture at the top of their head or their finger or the hand or their feet or something like that, and not post a picture of the actual face with. You know, I guess they want a little bit of privacy at first. They want to enjoy their baby in the beginning, and then they'll later on share their son with the rest of the world, which is cool. Now, I do know Coco, Ice-T, bitch, I was finna say Ice Cube, but Ice-T's wife, Coco, I know she shared a picture of her baby literally seconds after she had him. Okay, I'm talking about seconds. So, and that's one pretty baby, and I've never seen nobody snap back that damn fast, with the exception of Tiana Taylor. Those, y'all, that's what happened when you have like bomb ass, already tight ass physiques and money. Just saying. But let's move on. The next thing we're going to talk about is Tyga, however the fuck you pronounce his name, and this 14-year-old girl. Let me tell y'all something, okay? I'm trying to keep this as short as possible on this situation. What I'm confused about, I'm going to talk on the story. But after I heard about the story and shit like that, but what confused me was the tears. I'm trying to figure out why in the fuck was this girl on there crying all this type of shit. Now, some people say this because people were attacking her on social media because they were saying that she was trying to come in between Tyga or Tigga, him and Kylie Jenner's relationship. Either way, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck was really going on, because I know she did a press conference with Gloria, the lady from, I don't know if you guys follow HLN, whenever they have these big time prosecution cases and things like that. She's always one of the people who is on the panel speaking on the situation or whatever. She's not the actual prosecutor. She's normally on the panel and things like that. It just confused me when I seen her damn tears. And of course, all of this came out because she said that she felt uncomfortable with Tyga's constant texting her, basically asking her to FaceTime and different things like that. Now, Tyga posted pictures of, or screenshots of their conversation. And like I said, it was, to me, it appeared that it started out as just like, you know, general conversation, like he was talking to her about her music or whatever. And then she goes on to say that she was, because he asked her how old she was, and she said she was 17. And I know that's not, you know, a huge thing to some people, because they're like, oh, well, she 14 and said she was 17. People do it all the time. But at the same time, no, you lied to him and told him you were 17. He said, whoa, how old are you? I mean, and when do you turn 18? And she was like, yeah, I know. He said, most people think I'm in my 20s or some shit like that. And he was like, oh, okay, well, send me some music. Now, the text, later on in the text messages, when he started asking her to FaceTime and things like that, it did seem like it was a little bit of flirting after she told him she was 17. But at the same time, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck the tears and all this shit come in at, because the text messages, even though, like I said, later on in the text, it did seem like it was a little bit of flirting going on. I'm trying to figure out why in the fuck, bitch, why are you on there crying and shit? And I'm trying to figure out why in the hell are you even, how did this even come about as to you, maybe you said that he was sending you messages and stuff on Instagram or whatever, and you were uncomfortable about it. But you were engaging in the conversation constantly, not one day, but 2 days. So that's why I'm a little bit confused. Let me read y'all this. Or a little bit of it, because they got this shit all split up and I ain't got time for that. So it basically says, Tyga had a combo with 14-year-old model Molly O'Malley, but only to scout her musical talent after his team became interested in signing her as a singer. Now, she's on Instagram and probably a whole lot of other social medias, and she does a lot of singing on her social medias. And apparently his manager or his management told him he needed to get into contact with, you know, because especially when you're a celebrity and you DM somebody, most of the time if you DM them, they're going to think you probably a fake account. But if you DM them saying, okay, I'm interested in your, you know, what you got going on, and most people trying to make it anyway. So he was basically, from my understanding from reading the beginning of these text messages, it seemed like he was reaching out to her as far as her music is concerned. But like I said, after she said she was 17, she turned 18 on May 22nd, it did seem to get a little bit flirtatious, but nothing that would make you be like, oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this shit. Which further makes me think that this bitch just want a little bit of coin, okay? I'm not saying that Tyga ain't really into the young chicks. I ain't saying that because, I mean, shit, obviously he was dating Kylie Jenner when she was, 17 years old. I'm not saying that, but all I'm saying is, what seemed a little peculiar to me is, bitch, why the fuck is you on camera and shit crying like you some type of victim of rape or some shit? I'm just confused. But anyway, let me continue. Tyga's manager, Anthony Martini, tells TMZ the rapper reached out to 14-year-old Molly after his team found out she had a pretty strong musical following online and thought she might be a candidate for the Last King's record project, his record label. Tyga claims it was strictly business and completely PG. As for her age, according to the text messages obtained by TMZ, Molly mentions that she's 17. The manager says in the back and forth messages between Tyga and Molly, specifically asked her to send him some music, adding things never got uncomfortable, as she claimed. The rep says Tyga wanted to FaceTime Molly to talk business and see her sing, as he sat in the studio with his producers. So, I mean, like I said, just reading the messages, I mean, of course, you know how you could kind of tell if a message gets a little flirtatious, but at the same time, it's not like he was like, FaceTime me and get naked. I mean, I'm just not understanding the reason why this chick is all doing press conferences and shit like that, making it seem like somebody is trying to get in her damn drawers and some shit like that. Because like I said, I ain't getting none of that from them text messages. I'm sorry. And not only that, bitch, you done fucked up, Miss Molly. You done royally fucked up. Because ain't nobody gonna want to work with you now. Because if you doing stupid ass shit like this, it's what's stupid to me. If anything, you appear to me to be doing this because you want people to know who the fuck you are. And of course, we know who you are now. And you got people on social media who are tearing you a new asshole, basically, because you're an opportunist, motherfucker. And that's exactly what I feel. I feel like you're an extreme opportunist because the man, I mean, like I said, I can only speak from the text message, and none of that shit seemed extremely inappropriate to me. Especially after you said you were 17, you're about to turn 18, bitch. Come on. Seriously, maybe you did this shit because you knew he was dating Kylie Jenner when she was 17, and maybe you thought that meant a little bit of something. I don't know. So, of course, he didn't even necessarily respond. He went back on his social media account. He posted a photo of him next to a whole bunch of cars, of course, saying that they don't want you to make it. So, that's it and that's all. But anyway, we're going to move on swiftly and professionally. So, Miss Molly O'Melia, you get the biggest hee-haw. Shout out to Charlamagne the God. You get the donkey of the motherfucking day. Yes, you definitely get the donkey of the day. Let me read one of these comments somebody made. Somebody said he didn't even know how old she was as to why he asked her age. The lack of common sense is painful. If he sent her a dick pic, then I'll understand her anger. But she also lied about her age. She's starting early with her false claims. That's exactly what I was just saying. She's starting early with her false claims. So, bitch, you is already not even credible. Seriously? So you really expecting people to want to work with you after you sitting there? I mean, I'm just not understanding you. Is that a cultural thing? To lie on a black man at least once in your lives? The crocodile tears was a very, very well executed addition to her piece of shit story. Also, look at this young lady. She looks every bit of 18. She even admits that she looks older. Once again, that she lies about her age. Now, she does to me. Like I said, and this is no tea, no shade, okay? But this motherfucker look every bit of 25. Seriously. I mean, I don't know what it is about some of these people that age extremely fast for their years. I don't know. But this chick looks every bit of... Okay, I ain't gonna say 25, but then again, she could pass for 21, 22, seriously. So, yeah. Like I said, Molly O'Melia, you get the hee-haw of the day, donkey of the fucking day. You will not get any coin out of this situation. So, I don't know why you felt uncomfortable. Because, like I said, it ain't like the man, to me, said anything super duper inappropriate. All he said was, FaceTime me. But shit, he didn't say FaceTime me and get fucking naked. Are you serious? Stop, Molly O'Melia. Stop. The fuck? Let me purge this shit because I already know I don't want my shit cutting off. So let's take a little bit of commercial break. Go and get you some popcorn, some juice or whatever. Even though we ain't gonna be here too much longer. And yeah. See y'all in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we are back now. The next topic of conversation that we're gonna discuss briefly is the situation that's going on down there in Texas with the state trooper who illegally removed Sandra Bland from her vehicle unjustly. So, if you guys don't know, he was indicted on yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was yesterday. I may be mistaken on that, but he was indicted. And he has since been fired. If you guys don't know, he was on paid desk duty. So he wasn't on the streets anymore, but he was still working as a paid desk duty. Basically sitting behind the desk, probably filing paperwork, that type of stuff. You know, things that a lot of police officers do if they get hurt in the line of duty. They'll put them on desk duty or something like that if they can no longer patrol the streets and things like that. But let me read you a little bit about what's going on. It says, this is coming from News 1, by the way. Hours after a grand jury indicted the Texas state trooper who arrested Sandra Bland, the Texas Department of Public Safety said it would begin termination proceedings against the officer. The trooper, Brian Encinia, I think that's how you pronounce his last name, has been on paid desk duty since Bland was found dead in her cell. Brian, the Texas state trooper who arrested Sandra Bland last year, like I said, has been indicted on a perjury charge, a Class A misdemeanor that carries a possible 1-year prison sentence. So the most that he can get in prison is 1 year. So basically, he lied about how he removed her from the vehicle. He didn't explain a lot of things, how he forcibly removed her from her vehicle, what happened, etc., etc. So he basically lied, saying that he did this when he really did this, which let me tell you the truth. Like I said, I don't want to get no damn mock on me, but you get a lot of police officers who do things like this and they don't tell the 100% truth about exactly what happened. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people end up dead, and they don't understand what happened, and they think, you know, maybe you did this or maybe you did that, and they think it's your fault, the reason why you did, basically. But let me keep reading. It said a Texas grand jury resumed investigation into the arrest of Sandra Bland this week. The 28-year-old was found in Waller County, in a Waller County jail cell with a plastic bag tied around her neck, just 3 days after her detainment. Encinia, who had been seen on a dash cam video roughly handling Bland during a traffic stop, initially pulled her over for failure to signal. The Illinois resident was moving to Texas to start a new job in July when she was arrested. Encinia, seen on the video pulling Bland out of the vehicle while yelling, "I will light you up," is accused of lying about how he removed the woman from the car. The announcement comes just weeks after the grand jury failed to indict jail employees on criminal charges. Days after jurors decided not to issue indictments in connection with Bland's death. Lawyers for her family urged prosecutors to file criminal charges against Encinia. This story is developing. So we don't have a whole lot that's going on. This is just a developing story, but if he is actually, because I mean right now he was just indicted, he's not actually convicted yet, but if he is convicted, he will at most receive 1 year in prison, and he's of course going to be fired from his job. Instead of being put on paid desk duty, he's going to literally be fired and not receive any type of pay. But like I told y'all, regardless of the whole situation with Sandra Bland, God said high and he looked low. So, you know, whether or not, you know, you feel that the corrections officers in the jail has something to do with it, or whether you feel like she did it herself, it doesn't matter. Like I said, God sits high and he looks low. He knows exactly what happened, and whoever did it is going to eventually pay for it. And that's all I'm going to say about that situation right there. So, yes, that is great news. You know, it's not good news that they didn't thoroughly investigate the whole situation. You know, they're saying that still they're ruling this as being a suicide. So either way you look at it, it's just a horrible, horrible situation. But just knowing that they have actually indicted this fool for doing this, because like I said, you got some of these people who are just on power trips. My thing is this: if I'm in my vehicle smoking a cigarette, I'm not. You're issuing me a ticket. Issue me the ticket. Why do I have to put out my cigarette? That's stupid. I'm inside my property. That's just like a police officer coming into my home and I'm smoking a cigarette in my house. You tell me to put my cigarette out. I'm in my fucking house. Like, you know, like who the fuck are you? But like I said, that's what you have a lot of people that do. And of course I get somebody who's sending me a message right now as I'm recording this. Kind of annoying. But anyway, let's move on. But yeah, they are indicting him. Hopefully he is convicted and he serves his year in jail. But he's going to get his due diligence, because you just don't do shit like that. Because as the saying goes, one day it might be you. One day it will be you. You never know. Moving on, okay? So again, that's great news in the Sandra Bland case. Now, the last thing that we're going to talk about right now is Tamir Rice's mother. Okay, if you guys don't know who Tamir Rice is, I'm pretty sure you know. Tamir Rice is the young boy who was shot and killed by the police officer for having a toy gun. Okay, in case you guys do not know who Tamir Rice is, you can Google him. He got millions and millions, thousands of stories about his situation on social media. Okay, so basically the mother of Tamir Rice decided that she wanted to speak out against LeBron James. She basically said that she was disappointed in LeBron James for not basically speaking out about the police officer in the Tamir Rice case not being charged in the death of him. So this is what she said. She said, I think it's quite sad that LeBron hasn't spoken out about my son. I'm not asking him to sit out a game. I know his kids got to eat too. But you can at least put on a shirt or something. I'm not asking nobody to quit their job or anything, but make a statement for us black people out here. Now, I totally get what she's saying. You know, you want people to, you know, put the word out there and things like that. But at the same time, ma'am, and this is no disrespect, but since when did LeBron James become the spokesperson for your family? I get what you're saying. And as a matter of fact, LeBron James did say something about it. Even President Barack Obama said something about it. But at the same time, you can't sit there and be like, well, I think it's sad that LeBron James didn't put on a t-shirt with my son's picture on or something like that. I mean, come on. I mean, you can't, like I said, he's not the poster child for the situation. So you can't sit there and say that you think it's sad that he hasn't done that. He has said something about it. I mean, not specifically since the officer wasn't charged, but he did say something about it when it first happened, if I'm not mistaken. If I am mistaken, then excuse me. But even if he didn't, LeBron James is not the poster child for the situation. And you can't sit there and be like, well, I think it's sad that he hasn't done this. I mean, what about other celebrities who don't do certain things? You got a lot of people who don't necessarily say anything about a situation. Doesn't mean that they don't support it. You kind of get what I'm saying? So I kind of felt some type of, I mean, I just thought that was a little weird that she would say, I feel quite sad that LeBron hasn't spoken out about my son. But either way, I feel bad for her because I know that she's hurting inside losing her son the way that she lost her son. But I just think it's kind of messed up for her to, you know, basically calling LeBron James out saying that he's not supporting the situation. I just think that's kind of, you know, a little wonky of a statement. And maybe she, you know, I understand that she's going through a whole lot of emotion. So I just think it's a little wonky that it came out like that. But when I saw that on, DL Hughley's page, I went and read the story and I was like, dang, it was a little weird for her to say it like that. You know, it's sad that he basically is not speaking out about my son. But again, like I said, you can't really expect somebody to be the poster child or be the spokesperson for a situation, you know, and a lot of people have a lot of differences of opinions on it. And I'm going to read you a couple of those right now. Hopefully there's some down here. And there's not, of course. But there was a whole lot of people who had a whole lot of different things that they said about the situation. Basically saying a lot of the same things that I'm saying, that he's not the spokesperson for the situation. And, you know, it's not necessarily his quote-unquote responsibility. I get that, you know, by him being from, I think he's from that area, if I'm not mistaken. If he's from the area, I think that's one of the reasons why she's saying what she's saying. But I just think it's really, really, it was probably a bad choice of words. Either way, she's totally in my prayers because I think it's a messed up situation as well that the police officer in that case was not charged. Because, I mean, the way, it just seems like when he went to the situation, he was waiting to shoot up some shit. It was just a fucked up situation, like I said, especially by police officers going through the amount of training that they go through or training that they go through, and to still see that you have cases like this where you have them killing people when they don't have to kill people. You kind of get what I'm saying? It's kind of almost like a trigger happy type of thing. But like I said, either way, I'm definitely sad for Tamir Rice's mother, but I think there was probably a bad choice of words for her to say that she thinks it's sad that LeBron James is not basically supporting Tamir Rice by wearing a t-shirt. I mean, I just thought it was a bad choice of words. But anyway, I think that's pretty much all that I had to talk about on today. I think tomorrow you guys may be getting a Bitch What Did You Say video or a Craigslist video or something like that. I don't know. You guys are going to be getting some type of video on tomorrow for sure. So definitely look out for that. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think about all of these different stories that I've been talking about. Again, remember, we can agree to disagree, okay? We can agree to disagree, but please don't tell me how to feel, and I will not tell you how to feel as well. I'm just only stating my opinion. And again, I don't make the news. I only report the shit. Shout out to my auntie, Lady Nico, okay? Like I said, I don't make the news. I only report the shit. And don't forget, if you're one of those people who are interested in legitimate work-at-home jobs, check out my link down in the description box below. You can also go over and add my Facebook page as well. I've been had that page for damn near, what, a year and a half, almost 2 years. So you guys can go over there and like that page as well. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.